Hello everyone, welcome to GametechUK and this video which is a chat about the current state of Alaskan Road Truckers. So let's get on with today's video. Now straight off the bat, and if you follow the channel you will know this anyway, but I am very positive about this game. I enjoy playing the game, I enjoyed the build up to the game and covering the game here on the channel. It's been out for almost a week, they've just today released patch 5, so what sort of condition does that leave the game in? The biggest problem that I've encountered personally, both on and off stream, is those imaginary potholes in the road. They really do snap your wrist as well. When your truck goes flying in the air, it really shows the game in a bad light, actually. And I really wish that that had been tested really thoroughly before release. But apparently today on Fix 5 or patch number 5, that has been sorted. Another problem and I think everyone has encountered is the AI. To start with, they were simply just driving around Alaska far too slow. I think patch 2 or patch 3, they did actually increase the top speed of the AI, which definitely helped. But you have got brake checking, you have got people doing random donuts. The AI slowed down far too early on for a left or a right turn. And I think this is going to be an ongoing problem. I mean, in patch 5 today, they have made more fixes, and I think it is going to be a lot better. But the AI around quite a large map like this is always going to be a problem. So I think it's going to take time, and I think it's going to need ongoing tuning and feedback most importantly. But yes, the AI has been a problem. Now, I currently run the game on an RTX 3080. I run it in 4K on Epic, and 9 times out of 10, the game doesn't miss a beat, especially considering that you can get out of the truck and pretty much walk anywhere. It runs and looks really, really nice. But for those on a 10 series card or a 20 series card, I am hearing in my comments and on the Alaskan Road Truckers Discord that some people are having trouble putting those quality options up and really losing a lot of the sort of fidelity in the game, if you like, because they're having to run on low or medium on some settings. Apparently they are going to introduce DirectX 12 into the game, which is going to help with performance, so hopefully we can turn those up. For people like myself that are already running it in maximum, if we do get that extra leap in performance, I'd love them to introduce extra graphical settings like scaling, or just to be able to turn those textures up and just squeeze a little bit of extra fidelity out of those graphics. Now, that is pretty much as negative as I can be about this game. Like I say at the start of the video, it is a very, very good game for me, and picking out these bits, it didn't kill the experience for me, but of course it would have been better if they wasn't there. The bit that I really do like about this game is how switched on the developers are to the community, and how willing they are to actually listen, respond, and implement changes in a game based on our feedback, the paying customer, if you like, the playing community. I think that's a very, very most welcome breath of fresh air. And I don't want to be over dramatic and say that this is like a blueprint on how an indie developer should act, but I think it is. This hasn't even been out a week yet. 5 patches, and the game wasn't completely broken. It's not like it was a broken down mess. There were just some silly things that were left in there from the playtest that absolutely should have been fixed. But 5 patches not only fixing problems that are there, but also making improvements along the way. For example, based on feedback, players are now going to get more XP for longer jobs. There's going to be a center button. They missed out a recenter button for the camera. They put in for one looking left and looking right, but they missed out a one for centering. So that's coming as well. So little things like this, as well as fixing problems, they're trying to improve the game. I think that now patches will slow down, because I made a video previous to this one about the roadmap. There's a lot going on in the next 3 months for this game. New areas, new style of gameplay, such as like frozen lakes and stuff like that, new game mode. So I think probably patches will slow down, because surely we don't want that roadmap to start slipping forward just because they're trying to do their best with upcoming patches. That needs to be focused on as well. So I think patches will slow down, but they really do listen. Now, just recently, I was on stream playing this game and I encountered my most favourite section of the game, and that's winter. Unfortunately, a bug got me there. I was playing the game quite patiently, moving forward. The game crashed, and when I loaded it in, I mean, I was at the end of summer, and when I loaded my save, it went straight into winter. So that was a bit of an anti-climax because I was looking forward to going through fall and seeing the snow and the winter start to appear. But putting that to one side, it's fantastic in the winter. So if you haven't played all the way to winter yet, you must. They've done a really, really quite impressive job, actually. And the survival aspect makes more sense in the winter when you're cold, when you've got to get outside, when you've got to try and scrape off the ice on the wipers. It's very, very good. And if you haven't played up until winter, get back in, give it another chance, and experience that for yourself. On the Steam page, it's got just under 1,100 reviews and it's currently sitting on mixed. Some of the reviews you have to respect because they've spent 10, 15 hours on there. Some are 0.1 and 0.4 hours, and you can't really take much notice of that. You do have to try any game, I suppose, to leave a full review for a certain amount of time. I think one of the biggest gripes is that people are saying, look, we've encountered across the board this many bugs. Why didn't you put the game into early access? And it sort of got me thinking, I wonder why they didn't put it in early access, because at £18, it's a sort of early access price. The way that the developer is interacting with the community is a very early access sort of cycle. And it does make me wonder why they didn't put it into early access. And they could have had given themselves almost a 6 months to a year grace period to get all the issues and problems sorted, ready for a 1.0 release. But they released it under a 1.0, and it's got to be judged in this way. But as I've always made clear, my interest in this game is from a console perspective, and I've got a lot of my community waiting, just waiting for that console announcement. And I suppose, in a funny kind of way, the more we beta test it or the more we iron out these problems on PC, the sweeter the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox actual port will be. And I really, really do hope that they refuse to release this game until it absolutely runs perfect on console. But overall, I personally am very happy after 1 week with the amount of patches that have come out, with the amount of plans for the future. I'm very, very happy with the current state of the game. But if you've got to the end of this video and you're thinking, this is not my experience, I don't agree with anything he's saying, don't be shy coming forward. Get down into the comment section below. Let's have a conversation. I would love to know in the comment section below, has it improved for you? Has it not improved for you? Is this not your experience the same as mine? Maybe you haven't even gone back to the game. What will it take for you to try the game again and actually see these improvements in action? I'd love to know in the comment section below. But that is it, everyone. Have a lovely day, and I will see you in the next one.